Welcome back, guys. Well, I'm here at home and I want to show you how to make your own mushrooms within the comfort of your own home to make some delicious meals like this. Stay tuned. A couple of weeks ago, I got these in the mail, yellow oyster and lion's mane grow mushrooms in a bag. I ordered them online from growmushroomscanada.ca. So I'm really excited. Looks like a high quality product. They came nicely packaged, moist, and lots of mycelium growth in there. So the mycelium, or sort of the root structures, as it were, of the fungus. So looks like we've got lots of healthy mycelium in there in cases of both of them. We're going to grow it out of the bag. So let's see how you do that. So basically what you want to do with it is provide an area for the mushrooms to grow out of the bag. So lion's mane is a mushroom. You typically would see it growing off of dead hardwood, and so this is grown in some wood chips here, and it kind of sticks out from the tree and it hangs down and grows these kind of like teeth-like projections. So what we're going to do is create a spot for the mushroom to come out. So just putting a little X in there, kind of put one kind of on each side. A little bit of air on the situation and put one over here. They only recommend like 2, but you know what? Let's maximize everything. Let's give this mushroom every possible way to come out. All right, so kind of put one on each side there. And what you want to do is you want to spray this area, keep it moist. You don't want this to dry out. Remember, mushrooms love moisture. You also want to keep it in an area that has some indirect light. Mushrooms don't grow completely in the dark. But we don't want very bright light and we don't want very drying conditions. So you should sort of spritz it with some water a few times a day. If you really need to up the humidity, if you find this is getting dried out, you can pop it in a plastic bag. All right, let's get this ready to grow, and we'll check back in when we start to see some action. So it's a few weeks later, and the kits I bought online for the mushrooms are doing really, really well. So there's the golden oyster mushroom, and over here is the lion's mane mushroom. It almost looks like a comb tooth mushroom. Basically, it's got these little tiny teeth that you can see. So this is ready to harvest, and look where I made an X on this side of the packaging. Another one's come out. How cool is that? So basically, how they're made is a mixture of hardwood chips and Canadian wheat bran. No pesticides or anything used in here, or fungicides or anything, obviously. So this looks yummy. What I'm going to do is harvest this now and make a little snack upstairs with some of my homegrown mushrooms. So basically, to harvest it, we're going to kind of cut it right here, the opening of the packaging at its base. So we want to cut it off in one big piece. There it is. So I removed it in one big piece. We're going to take it upstairs and slice it up and fry it up. Apparently this has quite a nice seafood taste, like lobster or scallops. So let's go check it out. Same thing for these golden oysters. We're just going to kind of cut them off here at the base. And I'll cut them up and put them in the frying pan. In the kitchen now, and all I'm doing to clean up the mushrooms is basically just taking them and using my mushroom foraging knife, the Opinel. I'm just kind of brushing off if there's any dirt or residual stuff from the kit itself. I will be brushing it off of the oysters as well as off of the tooth fungus here. So there's just like a little bit of dirt. So I mean, just delicately kind of dusting it off like that is fine. Otherwise, if you put these in water and really start scrubbing them, they do absorb a bunch of water and it does affect the flavor and the texture. So just a light brush to get off any debris. And what we're going to do now is cut them up in this one into a little bit bigger slabs where possible. And here we'll just cut into little slices. You don't need to make them too thin or anything like that. Something to bite into, but this is going to be really good. When you're done cooking these, we can put them on salads. If you're making a meat dish, you can dress the meat dish with them. Freezes really well. So once you pan fry them in a little bit of salt and pepper and garlic, they freeze well for future use. I find, this kind of fungus does not dehydrate well. There's so much water in here. You're just going to get these fine little fibers of mushroom. It's going to take forever. And I don't know. I don't think it's best prepared that way. So I like to pan fry a lot of my mushrooms and freeze them for later use. And I mean, this is really interesting. It's got those little fine teeth on there. So we're just going to kind of cut it, but where you can, try to leave it somewhat thick. And you can kind of see the structure right there. Don't worry, a lot of this water is going to come out. An awkward shape. It's quite dense. Oh, there's a little piece of the sawdust there. You can just certainly trim that off. It's kind of like a sponge. So right, they're all done. What I'm going to do now is just put them in the cast iron frying pan, and putting a little bit of margarine in there. Once they've warmed up a bit and some of the water's come out, and we'll put some spices in. I'll start with these guys first. You're going to produce a lot of moisture. Perfect. That's quite a lot of mushroom for that one flush there. I've left the other small flush attached to the hardwood sawdust there. I'm going to let it grow a bit more. As you can see, I'm just browning them here a little bit. Searing them in the pan, and already the moisture is coming out of them. You can see how much steam is coming off of them. The mushrooms are mostly water. These type of mushrooms, like these tooth fungus here, they're basically little sponges, and they will take up a lot of flavor. Anything you put in there, it's going to make them taste fabulous. So we'll just brown them a little bit more, and then I'll add some margarine, and we'll add some garlic, salt, and pepper. Looking pretty good. I'm just going to add in my golden oysters. So you can see how much the mushroom is originally shrunken from the first time I put it in there. We've got more room for more mushrooms. Now let's add a little bit of butter or margarine in there. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Just gonna turn down the stove a little bit here. It's going pretty well. And smells great already. Just gonna add a bit of garlic next. Oh yeah, that's good. A little bit of pepper. And a little bit of salt. You want to make sure you cook this really well. Any wild type mushroom should be cooked very well for ingestion. Look at it, almost looks like pieces of chicken or scallop or something. It has that kind of thicker texture. So you kind of put this on a salad or something. That'd be a great way to eat it too. And then we're going to just pan fry them until they're done. Okay, so I've got all the spices in there that I want, salt, pepper, and I got a little bit of garlic in there. Now I'm just going to cover it up for a bit and finish up the cooking. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at that. Yum. Nice and crispy. And like I said, it looks like, you know, you're cooking scallops or chicken. So what I'm going to do now, I've made a little salad, and I'm going to pop this on top and we'll give it a try. Here's my salad. Got some lettuce, cheese, cucumbers, onions, red peppers, and olives. Yummy. Let's pop a little bit of this mushroom on here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Make sure to get some golden oyster in there too. Really healthy snack or lunch. Nice texture to this. I'm really excited to give this a whirl. This is the first time I've tried that kind of tooth fungus, and the first time I've tried a golden oyster mushroom. I usually get the aspen oysters in my area. Let's go give this a try. How can I forget dressing? I'm just going to put a little bit of Newman's Own Parmesan garlic on there. So that's going to be really good. Kind of fits with the flavors of the garlic and stuff. Ooh, look at that. Well, this looks really good. Let's give it a try. Try some of the mushroom first. Nice and juicy. And it does remind me of the texture of lobster or a scallop. Very nice flavor. Mushroomy, obviously with a bit of the garlic. But the key thing here is the texture of that mushroom. If you're looking for something with a lobster, a scallop-like texture, you know, but maybe you can't have those things, this mushroom appears to be a nice alternative, at least for the texture. Very good. Let's try a little piece of the golden oyster mushroom. Awesome. I feel like it has a little bit of a seafood taste. Maybe that's imparted a bit by the lion's mane fungus here. Oh yeah. Nice and sweet with the garlic. But if you put a bit of lemon on there even, it'll be really nice. Just further extend that kind of seafood feel. Love it. Well guys, this is awesome. You know, if you're nervous about foraging in the woods for mushrooms, there are kits you can buy online for edible mushrooms. And I'll show you in the future, I'll do a future video on another really cool thing you can do with mushroom spawn to make your own mushrooms off grid. But for now, just got those kits, and you just, you know, put a couple of slits in the packaging and keep adding water, keep them nice and humid, and boy, you won't be disappointed. This is amazing. Being able to grow your own wild mushrooms indoors, that's really cool. Well, I hope you guys learned something new today and enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a great week as always. Take care.